Welcome to the G.L.O.E podcast. G.L.O.E stands for God, Life, Outreach, and Encouragement. I'm your host, Angel. This isn't a podcast where we pretend to have it all together. It's a place where faith meets real life. We'll talk about the victories, the struggles, the healing, the hard questions, and the lesson God teaches us through every season. Through honest conversations and inspiring stories, my prayer is that every episode helps you grow in your relationship with God, find hope in the middle of life's challenges, and be encouraged to walk confidently in the purpose He has for you. If you've been hanging around for a while, welcome back. And if this is your first time joining, welcome to the G.L.O.E family. I'm so glad you're here. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. I hope that your week and your day is off to a great start. Thanks for tuning in today. I appreciate it. So, y'all, I don't know what's going on with this episode, but I've done so many takes of it that I have at this point lost count. So we're just gonna go with it and we're gonna see what happens. If you hear some stumbling or whatever it is, just please know that I have tried my best and we're going to see what happens. Today, we are talking about pressure. I am talking about the pressure of being the strong one in your circle or your family or at work or wherever it may be. You know, the one that everyone thinks has it all together, so people are never checking on you. Or if you try to talk about your problems, they just kind of brush it off a little bit. One thing that I've learned over the years is that the strong friend oftentimes gets overlooked. And a lot of the times it's not intentional. Most of the time it's not intentional. It's just that people assume you're fine because you always appear to be fine. And they assume that you don't need help because you've always managed it before. You know, it's like if you see someone with an armful of groceries trying to juggle multiple things in their hands, you can see that something is wrong and that they may need help. But there are people out there that are juggling invisible things. People just assume that you've managed before, so you'll manage again. And they assume that if you need something that you'll ask or you'll speak up. But the problem is that you have asked before, you have spoken up, and it's gotten ignored or it's gotten brushed under the rug. So you just stopped asking. And I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen the movie Encanto or not, but this is kind of where the idea for this episode came from. That movie, along with like some conversations and stuff that I've had with people. But in the movie Encanto, Louisa is my favorite character. Like, I immediately fell in love with her character. And then her song, Surface Pressure, y'all, that song is my jam. Like, I relate to the song. When the song comes on, my son is like, Mommy, your song's on again. Or sometimes he's like, can we just listen to it without you singing? And I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm going to sing this song at the top of my lungs. I should know all the words to it by now, as much as I listen to it. I don't, working on it. Don't judge me. But I relate to the song, and it's not because I can move mountains or lift churches or lift donkeys because I can barely lift my 10-year-old now, but because I feel the pressure to always be on or to always be there for people when they're going through something. But then when I need someone or something, it gets ignored. And there are two lines in the song in particular that really stick out to me and that I feel are fitting for this episode. So the first line, she says, not like the very first line of the song, but the first line that sticks out to me for this episode is where she says, under the surface, I'm pretty sure I'm worthless if I can't be of service. And then the next line is where she says, watch as she buckles and bends but never breaks. And that's how it feels when you're the strong one. You buckle and you bend, but you never break. You feel like if you can't be there for other people to help them out, like what good are you doing? When you can't be there to help someone out, you feel like you've let everyone down. And that's a tough load to carry. Like it's really tough. I remember a long time ago, probably about 20 years ago, this girl that I was friends with, she was always running off to help someone or to be there for someone, or she always had a friend in need. And I told her, like, you're never there for me. You never run to my rescue or to come help me. And she was like, because you don't need help. You have it all together. And I'm like, well, that's not true. We all need help with something. But it showed how she saw me, that I was just self sufficient. I would always figure it out. And there's nothing wrong with those qualities. Those are great qualities to have. And I'm not saying that I'm not self sufficient and that I can't figure it out. I'm not saying that strong people aren't self sufficient and that they can't figure it out. What I'm saying is that sometimes we all need help figuring it out. And the problem is that people often confuse strength with not having needs. Strong people get overwhelmed. Strong people get tired. They cry. They have bad days and they need support too. Last year, I was talking to someone who was going through something, and I was like, hey, I'm here. If you need anything, like, just let me know. And she was like, thanks, I appreciate it. And I'm here for you too. And she's like, but I mean, you have it all together, so you don't really need anything. And I was like, girl, I wish I had it all together. She's like, well, you always seem like you do. So I just assumed, looks can be deceiving. I don't know anyone that has it all together. And if you do have it all together, please share your secrets with us because I am sure that the rest of us would love to learn and would love to figure it out. So please let us know. But just because people don't complain about every detail of their life every second of the day, or they don't just word vomit on you the minute that they see you, they're not telling you about all their problems. You ask them how they're doing, and they tell you about every ache and pain that they have, everything that has gone wrong in the past 5 minutes. That doesn't mean that they have it all together. That doesn't mean that they don't need help. It just means that they understand that everyone is carrying something. There are people who deal with chronic illnesses, people dealing with financial stress. There are people who are caring for their parents, navigating a difficult relationship, struggling with anxiety or depression or loneliness, grief, trying to, figure out what God's calling them to do, what season God has them in. We are all carrying things that others can't see. And just because you can't see what someone is carrying, it does not mean that they're not carrying it. Some of us just choose not to announce it. The funny thing is that being the strong one can oftentimes feel as if it's a trap because you start telling yourself things like, I can handle it, it's not that bad. Other people have it way worse. I'll figure this out on my own. And so you just keep pushing and you keep carrying it and you just keep showing up for everyone else and you keep bending and you keep buckling. But eventually you're gonna break. If because you're going to realize that you have given, 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 and you have nothing left for yourself. The strongest people are often the ones that suffer in silence. And that's because somewhere along the way, we've learned that people are more comfortable receiving support from us than giving support back. And that can be a lonely, frustrating place to be at times. So, sometimes just a simple text or a quick phone call saying, hey, how are you doing? And being genuine about it and actually caring, about what the person has going on. Hey, I know you had this big thing coming up at work, or I know you had X, Y, and Z going on. How's it going? Not the polite version that you ask them while you're looking at your phone if you're in person with them, or while you're already sitting there planning how you're going to unload whatever it is that you're going through on them. But the real thing, and especially if they've told you that, hey, they're going through something, or if they said, hey, I just kind of need someone right now, like be there for them, listen to them like you would want someone to listen to you, reach out to them like you would want someone to reach out to you. The older that I've gotten, the more I've realized that strength isn't just about carrying everything yourself. It's about being honest when you're struggling and allowing people to show up for you. But strength is admitting that you're tired and recognizing that you don't have to earn people's love and support by constantly being there for them. If it's someone who loves you and supports you and cares about you, they will be there for you and they will realize when you are actually going through something. So, the people who seem to have it all together, they're oftentimes the people that are caring more than you realize. So, check on your strong friends, the one who always answers the phone, the one who's always showing up, the one who always seems okay. Next time you're talking to the person that you think is the strong one, remember to ask them, how's the pressure? Until next time, continue to glow boldly and live purposefully. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of G.L.O.E. If today's episode spoke to you, please leave a review and share it with a friend, family member, or anyone who could use a little encouragement. Every share helps this message reach someone who needs it.